Conduction of nerve impulses. Conduction of nerve impulses. Transmission of nerve impulses from one neuron to next neuron. Last time we have seen the synapse or a junction between two neurons, suppose, and the junction between two neurons is known as axon, dendrites, then the cyton, and then transmission of nerve impulses from one neuron to next neuron, or a preceptic neuron to postceptic neuron. At that time they are a junction. That junction is three kinds of junction. The synapse we have seen, and synapse are, there are three kinds, that is dendritic, axodendritic, and axosomatic dendrites. The junction between two neurons is synapse. The conduction of transmission of nerve impulses from preceptic neuron to postceptic neuron, or preceptic to postceptic cleft. Transmission of the impulses, or the nerve has been passes from one neuron to another neuron. It is known as conduction of impulses. That is, passes of impulses along the nerve is known as conduction of impulses. Passes of nerve impulse from one neuron to next neuron. Junction, synapse. It may be axonic, axosomatic, or axodendritic synapse. And transmission nerve impulses from one neuron to another neuron. Structure of axon was seen. Axon consists of there are the exoplasm and a plasma membrane. Structure of exoplasm and plasma membrane. Axon, you have seen the structure of axon, and this axonic structure we have seen different kinds. They are the node of Levy, cell, and etc. Transmission of the impulses from one neuron to another neuron. The transmission of neuron, it is unidirectional. Transmission of the neuron and nerve impulses, it is a unidirectional. And unidirectional transmission of the nerve impulses, that is, they are in between neuromuscular junction through a transmission. The exoplasm, the conduction of impulses by, that is a mechanism, transmission of nerve impulses from first neuron or presynaptic neuron to postsynaptic neuron, presynaptic to postsynaptic neuron. The transmission of the impulses from the neuron, they are unidirectional. First property. Second property, that is, it is conducted by sodium and potassium pump mechanism. Right? Sodium and potassium pump mechanism. Sodium and potassium pump mechanism, that is the nerve fiber is long tube with exoplasm is covered by plasma membrane, and in the resting nerve fiber, exoplasm, that is exoplasm, the plasma membrane of say axon, and transmission, the exoplasm at the time of the resting period, they are a positively outer charges and negatively inner charges. Conduction of nerve impulses, they are followed by sodium and potassium pump mechanism. Sodium and potassium pump mechanism when exoplasm are resting stage, at that time plasma membrane of axon. It consists of positive charge outer side, positive charge outer side, and negative charge inner side or exoplasmic side. They are negative charge. At the time of in diagrammatic representation, first diagram, polarized stage. It is known as a polarized stage. It is also known as resting stage. In resting stage, exoplasm or plasma membrane of exoplasm, it is positive charge outer side, negative charge inner side. That is sodium and potassium mechanism, sodium and potassium ion mechanism. Sodium charge outer side, potassium negative charge, they are inner side. This mechanism, um, sodium and potassium mechanism of conduction of nerve impulses, positive and negative charge, outer and inner. Sodium potassium pump mechanism. It is when transmission of impulses or transmission of nerve impulses from one neuron to second neuron. At that time, they are a slightly mechanism of sodium and mechanism of a potassium. Sodium potassium pump mechanism. That is sodium carry positive charge. It is outer side. Potassium negative charge, they are inner side in the exoplasm or exoplasmic region. When nerve impulses transmission, they are followed by resting period. Resting period means there are never any nerve impulses. When nerve impulses are the transmission start, exoplasm are stimulated, and stimulation condition is known as depolarization. Stimulation condition of nerve fiber, it is known as depolarization. Depolarization means when exoplasm are transmit or they are stimulated for the transmission of nerve impulses. At that time, the positive charge of sodium, they are both into inner side. Positive charge, they are coming into inner side when nerve impulses are stimulated or they are ready to transmission of nerve impulses. Positive charge goes in inner side when depolarized. Positive charge goes from or diffuse into inner side of the exoplasm, whereas negative charge for inner side, they goes for outer side. That is opposite of positive and negative charge. Nerve transmission, when stimuli are this exoplasm, they are depolarized. That condition of the depolarization. Depolarization time, positive charges are present in resting period on the outer side, they are coming in inner side, and when inner side negative charge goes for the outer side. This mechanism of sodium and potassium mechanism started. That is, the nerve impulses, they are unidirectional. Nerve impulses transmission, they are unidirectional. Due to the force of attraction of positive and negative, the transmission of nerve impulses, they are very fast. That is nerve impulses transmit. First diagram was seen at the resting period. Exoplasm are positive outer side and inner side, they are negative. Positive and negative, resting period. When depolarization or depolarization period, at the peak, transmission of nerve impulse, another property, they are transmitted by bit by bit, unidirectional. bit by bit transmission by unidirectional, positive and negative charges. Unidirectional, the force of attraction of positive and negative, transmission of impulses form, that is forward direction. When nerve impulses goes in forward, at that time, the previous stage again repolarized. Three condition: resting stage, first condition. Second one condition, depolarization stage. Third condition, repolarization condition. Resting period, positive negative. When nerve impulses they are stimulated, the positive charge coming inner side exoplasm and negative charge of exoplasm goes for the outer side. The force of due to the force of attraction, positive and negative, transmission of impulses they are both from a forward direction. They are unidirectional, forward. That is forward, positive and negative, very fast, bit by bit transmission, fast transmission form due to the force of attraction, positive and negative electromechanical force. They are immediately transmit from a forward direction. Previously, when nerve impulses goes from one place to another place, in previous place they are again repolarized. Means positive charge from our inner side goes from again outer side, and negative charge is remained as it is previously, just like resting stage. And due to the force of attraction, transmission of impulses from a forward and forward direction. When repolarization starts, repolarization and depolarization. When depolarization, nerve impulse transmission faster. And when nerve impulse goes from forward direction, then previous or back side of the exoplasm, they are again repolarizing. This is a conduction of nerve impulses from one place to another place, bit by bit, unidirectional transmission, and due to the force of attraction, transmit the nerve impulses from one place to another place. The movement they are very fast. Positive charge of sodium and negative charge of potassium. Positive charge of sodium is positive charge and negative charge of the potassium. It so as to sodium and potassium pump mechanism. So as to in a blood, the level of sodium is also a constant, or they are maintained. Due to this force conduction of nerve impulses, they are transmitted from one place to another place. In this way, nerve impulses they are transmitted from one place to another place. This condition occurs by non-myelinated neuron. This condition occurs non-myelinated neuron. And when myelinated neuron, we see the transmission of the impulses form, that is at the time of node of Ranvier. In non-myelinated and myelinated. Suppose myelinated, they are the small nodes. They are small node of Ranvier we have seen. That internode of each node of Ranvier, they carry positive and negative charges, same distance. And transmission of myelinated sequence, non-myelinated and myelinated. Exoplasm carry that is a neurema. We have seen at that time. In case of the non-myelinated, the node of Ranvier, they are positive and negative. They are present in between internode and transmission from one place to another place. Remaining condition similar to, that is force of attraction of positive and negative, transmission of the impulses from one place to another place, very fastly transmit And in this way, exoplasm, conduction movement into the impulses, they move bit by bit. As impulses move away, region become repolarized. Repolarization and depolarization, they are alternately occur, and the positive and negative charge, they are alternatively, they are changes when depolarized. Important point, when neuron has been depolarized, means positive charge goes coming inner side and negative charge goes from outer side. So positive and negative due to the force of attraction, nerve or impulses are transmitted very fastly, and in this way, nerve impulses transmit from the non-myelinated sheath as well as myelinated sheath. Nerve impulses transmission from myelinated as well as non-myelinated sheath. The transmission is very fastly. That is in case of the non-myelinated sheath. That is the conduction is, that is the protection. Nerve impulses it about 20 times faster than the non-myelinated sheath. Myelinated neuron or transmission is a 20 times faster. Means they are transmit the nerve impulses from non-myelinated as compared to this one is a non-myelinated neuron. Suppose in a myelinated neuron, they are bit by bit transmission because of nerves, that is a node and internode. The node of Ranvier we have seen. Node of Ranvier, they are positive charge and negative charge. Positive and negative charge, they are very immediately fastly they are forward direction. In case of myelinated sheath, non-myelinated sheath transmission, they are less compared or very slow as compared to myelinated sheath. In myelinated and non-myelinated, transmission of nerve impulses, that is conduction of nerve impulses, it is by sodium and potassium pump. Sodium and potassium pump, and they are a forwardly or unidirectional one. When nerve impulses transmit from one place to another place, they are does not coming from backward direction. That is another problem. So in this way, transmission of a nerve impulses, it is known as the conduction of nerve impulses. Conduction means transmit or conduct in a forward direction, and we have seen neuron, transmission of the neuron from presynaptic node to postsynaptic node. The junction is known as a synapse. It may be three kinds of synapse we have seen: exoaxonic, exodendronic, and exosomatic synapse. And transmission we have seen in between, they are fulfilled with a gap with a uh, acetylcholine complex, and transmit from nerve impulse from presynaptic to postsynaptic, and then there is a fast impulse from a forward direction. In this way, nerve has been or nerve impulse transmission of nerve impulses from a presynaptic node to postsynaptic node. It is like the conduction of nerve impulses using sodium and potassium pump mechanism. In important point, they are these process for conduction of nerve impulses. They are occur by both kinds of the myelinated sheath or myelinated exoplasm, myelinated neuron, as well as non-myelinated neuron. Myelinated neuron are very fast as compared to non-myelinated sheath. So these are overall about the conduction of impulses from the nerve fiber. Neuron, transmission of the neuron, we have seen the type of the neuron, we have seen the types of the neuron, unipolar, bipolar, multipolar neuron, structure of the synapse, and conduction of neurotransmitter we have seen acetylcholine, adrenaline also we have seen, and these are conduction of nerve impulses. Next, if we have to continue again, that is the muscle physiology, the types of the muscle. They are the smooth muscle as well as skeletal muscle. In muscle, smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, and cardiac muscle, three kinds of the muscle, and then also structure of the muscles. So these are overall about the conduction of nerve impulses. In examination, question may be asked, explain the conduction of nerve impulses, or write a note on conduction of nerve impulses. So these are overall about the nerve conduction of nerve impulses. Any doubt, any question? समझते का ज्योति खताड़?
सर
Yes.
हो सर